We are back, and that is a fact. How's it going, everybody? I hope everybody is having a great day. I am here to talk about Brotato and give you my thoughts on the game. Now, this isn't my first roguelike. I would have to say my first roguelike game was Enter the Gungeon, which is arguably one of my favorite games in the top 10. I played a little bit of Hades and I never beat it, but I got a lot of things to say about Brotato. A lot of things. Overall, I had a very positive experience with this game. Very, very positive experience with this game. It definitely isn't one of my favorite games, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it for what it was. I love the concept of like an arena, and then you have to fight off hordes of enemies, and you're not sure what kind of items you're gonna get, and we'll get more into that. But so, what is Brotato? Basically, you're a potato who apparently is a bro. There's not really no story or characters. You're just killing endless waves of aliens, and you don't have to kill a certain amount. Really, all you have to do is last the entire round. So like I think at the beginning, like the first round, you only have to last like 20 seconds, and then like towards the end, which it goes up to round 20 unless you click endless. But if you go up to round 20, you win basically, and you unlock new characters and such. But we'll get into that. Basically, though, you start the game by picking a character. Now, the characters are basically just different potatoes. There's not like any like backstory or anything like that. It's just a different kind of potato that has like a different personality. Think like Mr. Potato Head from Toy Story, except he, dresses like a king, or like a farmer, or a nerd, or like a lich. There's a lot of different characters to choose from, and you can unlock more the further you progress with each individual character, or like if you complete certain tasks, like gain a certain amount of material, or get a certain amount of attack, or lifesteal, or attack speed, or health, armor, things like that. And what I found really remarkable was how every run felt very different and unique as compared to the others. And I thought that was so fun, and each character definitely, each character has its strengths and its flaws, which I really liked. And it definitely encouraged certain kinds of builds, and just the amount of customization in this game and experimenting you can do with this game to see what works, because there's not a tutorial or anything. It's very much just figure it out, and I like that. Kind of like Elden Ring or Breath of the Wild kind of style. And I really liked the characters, the different, I don't even know what I want to call them, characters. I think like skins or something like that. I think skins is more appropriate, but basically the different skins just really pushed this game over the edge for me. Then the other customization about it was the different weapons and stuff you can pick, especially at the start. Certain characters have certain options, like the king can have a sword or a gun, or a joust. There's a lot of different slingshots, rocks, fists. The fist was particularly funny, especially with the brawler character, because the brawler encourages you to pick unarmed weapons. And that's another thing. That's another thing. You don't get one, not two, not three weapons. You get 6 weapons, and you get to use them simultaneously, which I just thought was really cool. Oh, one character gets to use 12, which is really fun. But yeah, so you could have a couple. It's almost like if you remember Rayman, with just floating hands or whatever. But with weapons in them, and I thought that was really fun. The game was just fun, the game is just really fun, and it's very addictive, because I found myself sometimes dying in like really early waves, like wave like 6 or 8, you know, and I was just like, man, I thought I was on the cusp of finding something really good. And then you know, you can buy items between rounds too, which is really cool. But like, you don't get to pick which items are available, and you might not have the right amount of money. So there's comes into this play of like, should I buy this item now or should I save for later, kind of thing. And I thought that was very, very cool. And you know, also there's different tiers of weapons. Like, you start out with like tier 0 weapons, and then it's very like Diablo-esque in that regard, you know, like you get like the legendary weapons, like, which are really cool. And yeah, this game just so fun. And there are bosses in this game. Like, you fight a boss in round 20, and other rounds too. If you can go endless instead of just going to round 20. Round 20 is when you officially beat the game. But if you go endless, you get to like get better and better stuff, and you also get to fight like harder and harder challenges. And I only attempted endless like a handful of times, and it was very, very fun. But overall, I was pretty content. And I didn't play every character. I played a good chunk of them, though. My favorite characters were to play was the king. And the king has this thing about him where the higher tier weapons you have, the more bonuses you get. So if you have like a tier 5 weapon, or tier 4, I forget which is the highest tier, if you get a tier 4 weapon, you gain extra damage and extra attack speed, which that was like my general philosophy while playing this game, is I would try to get the best equipment I could get, weapons wise. There's also like enhancements too, and like just like landmines spawn every time you start, or like turrets spawn every time you start playing. You know, like you can get like NPCs to help you out and stuff like that. A lot of humor too. Like, there's this one NPC, Tyler, who he just wears like a blue hood and like shoots lightning from a pedestal. There's like a little alien NPC that like follows you around and like slows enemies and stuff. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this game. Now, this game didn't like blow me away like Enter the Gungeon did, or like Hades, but I really, really did enjoy this game. And the only real criticisms I could have about this game is I didn't like how the game attacks for you. Now, what I mean by that is, like, when you run around in the wave, I was trying to I played this on PC. I was trying to right click, or hit enter. I was trying to figure out how to fire, but the game fires for you nonstop. All right, like your character is constantly attacking anything that comes towards him, which is kind of where your attack speed comes from too, because like each attack has a certain animation to it, but the attacks have a cooldown. Think like, League of Legends or something like that. But I felt like I was just kind of hitting WASD and just running around in a circle trying to avoid. That's where the gameplay kind of, like, because there's attacks you can avoid, like an enemy can charge you and you can dodge it. But overall, it was just trying to avoid enemies, so I felt like I was just kind of like running away from people. Like, think like Call of Duty, Black Ops, like zombies, like, except like take away the aiming and the shooting aspect, which I didn't expect there to be aiming, but I thought there would be at least a fire button, and I kind of wanted there to be. I don't know, maybe that feels very subjective. That's not a huge criticism, but that was definitely like a thing I had to learn, because it was very, very awkward for me at the start. Overall, I don't know if there's any more criticisms, really. I did feel like some of the skins / characters or whatever weren't very good as compared to others. You could definitely make a tier list of the best potatoes to play with in this game. I found some just incredible. Like, I won't say like unwinnable, because obviously I'm not the greatest at this game. I'm sure you can win with all of them, but like there were some like I would try like 5 or 6 attempts with, and I was like, this is just awful. And it was probably the build I was trying to go for. Like you don't have like 100% control over the build that you go for, because it's a lot of there's a lot randomized in this game, but you do have some selection, and I put that on me. I don't put that on this game, but there was just some characters I just did not enjoy playing at all. There was also like a magic aspect to this game too, which I didn't explore too much, but I really liked just getting like 6 guns and just mowing down waves after waves of enemies, minus the brawler. Like I said, I think that was the most fun I was having in this game, was when I was like the king with all the tier 4 weapons, and then when I was like the brawler just punching the shit out of waves of it. It was so funny to watch. I really did enjoy this game. Overall, and I'm going to start giving ratings for games at the end of this. I gave gameplay a 7. I think 7 is a really good number for it. Graphics 5. I mean, it's not trying to look like the next, Cyberpunk or Red Dead. That's not what this is going for. It is what it is. The replayability is really high on this game. I could see playing this game just nonstop. That's the beauty of roguelikes, is like the replayability is just so high. There are bosses. The bosses aren't anything to write home about. So I gave the bosses a 5. Minor enemies, I thought the minor enemies were done really well. I felt like there was like a lot of diverse enemies. They did different things, and I felt like they were introduced in a way that didn't feel very overwhelming. Music's also very good. I gave it a 6. I'll say it was good, but it didn't like blow me away. It wasn't like a Final Fantasy orchestra, or it's not music that I'm gonna like remember really. And so overall, I gave it a 7 out of 10. I think that's a really, really good score. This definitely has a community around it too. I feel like I just scratched the surface of this game, and I feel like it's a game that just has so much depth to it. And it's a shame I can't spend more time on it. Maybe I'll like play it again in the future, but I highly doubt it. There's just other games I want to get to. Right now, I am almost done with the Spyro Reignited trilogy, and I'll be trying to work on that next week. I'm having some extra time off for the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day, so I hope to get some gaming done in between all the stuff that me and my wife have planned. Also, I'm getting my hands on a Switch, which I think is awesome. So I'm going to be trying to incorporate some Switch games. I might try to play some Mario Odysseys, try to finish Breath of the Wild, maybe play a Switch game try to play a Pokemon game on the Switch, Sword and Shield, probably, I think. I feel like there's another game that I'm forgetting. It doesn't matter. But yeah, Spyro is the big one. Oh, Halo. Oh, yeah, right. Almost forgot about Halo. I'm trying to beat the original Halo Combat Evolved, and I'm like really close. I'm gonna get into that review later. But Spyro, look forward to Spyro Reignited Trilogy video, Halo Combat Evolved video, and right, Man of Medan. If anybody doesn't know the Dark Pictures video games, they're basically like movies, except you make the decisions and like you move the characters, but like the real gameplay is like in the decisions you make on like whether you choose to run right or run left. Running right will save you, running left will cost somebody's life. Like I really enjoy those kinds of games. You can probably play those games in like 3-hour to 4-hour gaming sessions. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Brotato and where I'm at right now. And I just want to say thank you for listening. This has been your boy Vay, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.